Hi, I'm Dr. Cher, and I am going to talk today about the mindset and the importance of the mindset with respect to keeping the weight off. As I've said before, the maintenance of weight after one has lost it, that's the holy grail of weight loss. Many people, discuss this with me. They've struggled before they start working with me. And it's the thing when you master the maintenance. I mean, then that's finally being able to put this kind of albatross behind you. If you've been struggling to lose weight or you've been yo-yoing, whatever your story is, the maintenance is almost the most important piece of this whole thing. So, and this is also the thing that will be the stepping stone towards unleashing what I call freedom in your body, where you've got the body you like, you're happy with it, you feel good in it, you feel healthy, but there's also freedom in the mindset, right? So the mindset, and that's what I'm going to focus on for the next several videos, is all going to be mindset, because mindset is where you are coming from choice in your food choices. You have a mindset where it's empowering you so that it's not other things driving your choices for food or making poor choices. It's also the mindset that allows you to have freedom in thoughts and not feel like you need to micromanage it. It's freedom in the mind. So that's a big part of having what I call freedom in the body, because that is the lifestyle. That's when you can, with ease, maintain your weight. You know how to do course corrections. You've got a good mindset. You've got a healthy mindset in terms of your relationship with food, your relationship with your body. That's true freedom. So, mindset, I'm going to go over the next few videos, but this one in particular, I'm just going to talk about the importance of your why you want to lose weight. Often people, when they lose weight, I mean, there is the excitement of it, right? Like particularly if, they're getting good results and they're losing weight, and that in itself is very fulfilling. It can be, particularly if it's working really well. And even with the approach I use with clients, I mean, they do get a lot, they can get very rapid, and they do get very rapid weight loss. So of course that's very exciting. And it's a bit of a positive reinforcement, which is great. Except if their motivation is really just about that, the number on the scale, reaching that point, they haven't really gone deeper than that. They haven't really thought beyond that. Like, what is it about losing weight that's so important to them? Because if it's just about the number on the scale, well, when you get into maintenance, there is no goal, really. No concrete goal. I mean, maintaining is kind of boring. It's just status quo. You're just keeping it as is. And you actually want to get to the point where it's not taking up as much mental thought, which is great. But the problem is there's no excitement to it. So that's when, the other foods that make things more exciting and give more immediate gratification, like, the sugars and the chocolate and the carbs and the chips and the alcohol and all these things, well, the immediate gratification of that can start to override the, I'm just maintaining my weight, right? That's more exciting. So the way to kind of handle that is to make sure when you're in the throes of starting to lose weight or in your weight loss journey, that you really put some thought to why you're doing this in the first place. And the deeper that why is, the more important it is to you, the more it's value driven. Often the more it relates to other areas in your life. That is a much more sustainable motivation. So for example, it could be, as opposed to just, I just want to lose weight to get into my clothes, which is a thing for sure. I get that. That's all very exciting. But what is it about that that's important to you? And looking at, I have clients, I had somebody recently I was working with, and her thing is, she's had 2 siblings that have died at young ages. So for her, it's like, whoa, she's highly motivated to be healthier. Others, they want to set a great example for their kids, because they realize they hear particularly the daughters, starting their relationship with food, and they're like, well, they see themselves in their daughter, and they want to get to the point that, I need to change my relationship here, because I'm not setting a great example. That is very heartfelt. When it comes to our kids, there's nothing that pulls more on our heartstrings than our kids. Others, it's like they feel like they've lost a part of themselves, right? Maybe they saw themselves as being kind of very vital and active and, doing sporting stuff and activities, and now they've stopped that, but they feel like they've lost a part of themselves. but also it means it's really hard for them to engage in those activities like with their family or maybe with friends. So these types of things are starting to get impacted. Is it about your career? You realize, wow, I'm really holding back in my career because I don't have the energy, I'm tired all the time, I'm not feeling confident, I'm always distracted by how I look and how I'm looking, and it's holding you back. So understanding why you want to lose weight, taking the time to dig deep, don't just like have a number in your head and not give a lot of deeper thought to it, then that is what will help set you up so you have sustainable motivation, which is ultimately what you need to maintain it, particularly initially. Eventually, it will just become a way of being. It will need that level of focused motivation or concentration. But when you transition into maintenance, you need to make sure that you're still connected with why you wanted to lose weight in the first place. And this will override that deeper, sustainable motivation, or why, your big reason why needs to be strong. So it's going to overpower those potential desires, cravings, old habits, whatever it is that kick in. It will override the desire for that. Not to say maintenance, you can never have certain things like that, like certain, whatever you want to call it, junk food or carbs or things like that, but you just know you need to manage the frequency and the amount. Well, having a higher driven purpose will help you do that. It's going to override that. So as part of maintenance, my recommendation is identifying as you start losing why you want to do it, what's your big reason or reasons. Secondly, having ways, mark it down, having ways to reconnect with that when you're in maintenance. This is one of the things I work with a lot in my process with people when they're losing weight, in the body freedom method. I mean, there's 5 key principles to successful weight loss. And it's how I put that all together that helps people make this journey to transition to body freedom. And the why is a huge pillar in this. So that is what's going to make a difference. So think about your why and then think, okay, how can you reconnect with that? Is it having pictures in your phone? Is it different strategies and ways to kind of keep that on your radar so that as you're maintaining your weight, if you notice things are starting to the wheels are starting to fall off the bus, you got to reconnect with the motivation. What's your why? You've lost sight of it, get in sight. It's like the lighthouse. I use that lighthouse analogy, right? It's going to keep you focused. And as I say, particularly for maintenance, it's sometimes harder because you don't also have the excitement of losing weight. This is just maintaining. So that's all I'm going to say right now about that part of mindset. I will be talking again. We're going to talk more about strategies, about the cravings and the triggers and that stuff, which is mindset. And that's the thing that will often creep back in maintenance. It can be a block for losing weight, but even if you get through the losing, if you don't handle the mindset issues around things that are driving cravings and whatnot, then they're gonna come up again in the longer term lifestyle. They're part of life. So take some time, establish your why, think of ways you can keep it on the radar, part of your, in your consciousness as you're maintaining weight, to set you up so you can kind of get through that and really anchor in those habits and what you need to do to maintain your weight. Okay, take care for now. Bye-bye.